Welcome back to Limitless Wealth TV. I'm Kris Krohn.
And I'm Stephen Michael Miller.
And I've shot some videos in the past talking about my skepticism for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. And you know what? I've changed my tune. And today I'm going to talk about why. Oh, come on. Really? So it's interesting, Stephen. We had so many of our subscribers that were like, dude, Kris, tell me about Bitcoin. Tell me about cryptocurrency. Tell me about mining and these different things. Like, what do you think about it? How does it compare to real estate? And you know what? In the last several months, we both have had a very eye-opening experience because we've been behind the blockchain curtain.
We've had an epiphany.
Yes, and we've been able to see the real opportunity that's happening out there. There's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad, but if you know what you're looking for, the reality is that I've been playing in the game of real estate for the last 15 years, and you and I, dude, we know how to secure 15% annual returns, 20%, dude, even 30% annual returns. In real estate, we know how to consistently crush it. And I think that we like that game. But if you know how to play the crypto market the right way, there's people that are earning 100%, 1,000%, 10,000% in a year. And that shouldn't be ignored, not when you meet as many people are as succeeding in it. And I think the reason that really kind of changed my tune, and Stephen, the reason why I even got you involved is because I actually got to know an individual really well who made over $10 million last year. And that was enough for me to think, wait, $10 million, no employees, and you were pretty much doing whatever you wanted to do with your life?
No real management, no homes to deal with, no property managers.
Tenant problems.
Now, by the way, all those things are great if you know what you're doing, you've got a system.
Dude, you got to diversify. Real estate, everyone needs to own real estate.
But wow, I think the reality is be willing to be wrong at times. Yeah. Just be willing to be wrong.
Stephen, are you calling me wrong?
Kris, you were wrong.
Stephen,
I was wrong.
I was
wrong. We were both wrong. And that's why we're changing our tune. This is the more information you get, the more you really plug in and dial in and start to learn from experts. Hopefully, the more your opinions and your tune will change. I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Stephen, one of the things that we know from Malcolm Gladwell is that you got to spend 10,000 hours honing a craft to consider yourself a master of it. We've done that in real estate. But a few months ago, we both jumped in, and this is what we want to share with you. We do not have 10,000 hours of experience, but we now have hundreds. And the experience that we're gaining is from the most successful crypto managers that are on the planet. These are people worth a lot of money, some of them billionaires that we're getting advice from, we're getting training from, and it's all around. And we've been flying now even around the world, learning what's working and what's not. And the little bit we've been able to play in it, it's exciting, it's valid, it's worth getting educated on.
So let's talk about some concrete examples of why we've changed our tune, why we actually are diving into this cryptocurrency world. The reality that I see is that cryptocurrency actually has a lot of similarity with real estate.
Dude, they're both real. They're things that you actually technically own.
Yeah.
And they're things that actually both have the potential to go up in value. They're also good stores of value. If you think about the US dollar, for example, it's the #1 currency in the world. But the dollar is a horrible store of value. Why? Because every year with inflation, it goes down 3.5%. And one of the things that drives inflation is that every time we need more money, we just print it. But in cryptocurrency, someone writes the rules at the beginning of the game, whether it's for Bitcoin or Dash or Litecoin or Ethereum or whatever, and they basically say, this is how much there will ever be, and over time, it's going to actually go out to the marketplace, and if you own it and there's only so much of it, we know this. When there's a limited supply of something with massive demand, it brings the price up. So the dollar, because of financial easement and creating more of it, goes down in value. But if you own Bitcoin, for example, over the last 9 years, on average, every year, it actually goes up in value. Can you imagine how the world would be different if your dollar, just imagine if your dollar was twice as valuable by the end of the year. How would people spend it different?
They would absolutely spend it differently.
Dude, people would be like...
People would save more,
They would shop at different locations.
Shop at different locations.
It's like I would shop at Smith's versus Harmon's because they're 20% less. Because 20% more money by the end of the year is 40% more money. But the US dollar doesn't do that. Cryptocurrency does.
Absolutely.
So I think that's one of the first things is that real estate is a great store of value. Even though it can go down, it's volatile. Over time, it goes up. cryptocurrencies, the right ones, have proven to do the same.
So I want to talk about this over time going up, because when you look at cryptocurrency is relatively new, obviously. Real
9
estate's been
years.
around forever. Cryptocurrency's been around for 9 years. And a lot of the things that I get, a lot of the pushback that I get, even the pushback that I had before I educated myself more, was cryptocurrency is so volatile, right? It's crazy. Well, I will tell you right now, if you talk to anybody who was doing residential real estate in 2006 and 7,
Oh my gosh, that's volatility.
right? They will tell you right now, real estate is super volatile, And so it really, we take these snapshots of time we often take these snapshots of time and we make a final judgment based on that little snapshot. And I've seen a lot of people, I've done this with cryptocurrency, but the reality is there's a lot of similars with that in real estate as well. Real estate does go up and down over time, although over the long haul, it goes up like this, or up like this, however you want to say it, right? Cryptocurrency actually does the same thing. It has these volatile cycles that it does, but over time, those that stick around have this growth line. Bitcoin started at a penny, right, when it first came out, and now you see Bitcoin, and right now, I don't know today, but it's hovering around 8,500, right? And so that over time is an amazing growth, yet it still had its volatility. So again, I'm seeing more similarities with real estate that I like.
The other similarity, Stephen, that I really like is that in real estate, there are multiple ways to do real estate. And in cryptocurrency, there are multiple ways to do cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
It's almost like owning modern stock in a company, but instead of it just going through the NASDAQ and through the New York Stock Exchange, you actually can trade it and work with it and do things with it. And so when you take a look at it, yes, Bitcoin is an option, but there are several other options. There's 2,000 different options, and a lot of them are crap. But some of them are taking off because they're based on creating real value on the blockchain and something that's going places. So what you can do is you can buy crypto and just hold it, hoping that it goes up with time. You can actually trade it, and I know a lot of people that make a lot of money just by trading the coins, or you can actually create it. Because when it's on the blockchain, when you've got proof of work, your computer's got to work to support the blockchain that does the transactions that every day is going to lead to a reward of getting paid in a cryptocurrency. And right now, Stephen, in the last few months, I've had a chance to play in all three of those. I've had a chance to go in and start trading coins, and I've watched my account. Last couple weeks, I've made 20% on my money with a certain software that I've been personally using with my bank account. That's not giving my money to somebody else. So I have that control, just like in real estate, I have that title. And then I've also been able to go out there and actually just buy some of the coins to hold them because of a belief of where they're going to go in value over time. I've got others that, and then the other thing is actually buying the rigs, the green box computers that actually are being put to work on the different blockchains and actually getting paid that way. So blockchain really does provide a number of opportunities with cryptocurrency of how you can earn it, grow it, and create it. And I think for all of those reasons combined, that and the fact that we've been making some money and helping people make some money, it's like, you know what? Diversify your portfolio. It is a form of digital real estate. And listen, real estate is old technology. It's been around from the beginning of time. But all the billionaires on the planet today, they're all doing it in technology. This is a digital form of real estate. So they may not be making any more land, or they might be trying with landfills. They're not making any more land. Right? Mars. Dude, that's a big real estate acquisition right there. Interplanetary world that we're about to live in. Or you can actually do the cryptocurrency and get your hands on some new age real estate. So I'm pumped about it. I hope that answers your guys' questions. I'm like, Kris, I saw some of those videos where you're skeptical. You've been changing your tune. Mr. Flip Flop, why did you flop the flip? And we hope that answered that for you. Hey, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're watching this and you're really intrigued, like, oh my gosh, so what is blockchain? What do you mean that you can mine and create cryptocurrency? What do you mean that you have a software that can trade it? Here's the reality. We've got access to some of the best ways to actually jump in and access the market. And if you want to learn more about that, you got a couple of things you can do. Number one, subscribe, because we're making more videos along these lines that will train and educate you. And number two, make sure that you go to the website and click the link in the description below, because in the description, we're going to actually share with you a brand new website where we're showing a whole new level of opportunity in the crypto world.